Dude, I'm so happy to have this done. So a lot of you guys probably already know where I'm at, but let's go ahead and just get a little zoom out over here. Yes, we are in fact at the Warriors Guild. That's what I want to start with this week. After finishing Barrows gloves, there's a lot of really big grinds I want to do. Also, I have my starting stats for the week over here on the right side of the screen. There's a lot of big things that I still want to do, such as Dragon Defender, starting the Barrows grind for tank legs, and then maybe work on getting my magic level up to 77 to start the crafting grind. So I don't know how far in those goals I'm going to get this week, but we're just going to go ahead and start gathering up some tokens. Want to also take a quick second to express my appreciation for the support you guys have been showing on this series. I've been getting a good amount of likes on the videos, good amount of views, and a good amount of comments as well. So if you guys have been enjoying these, make sure you guys keep liking and commenting. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe, because all those things do help my videos get seen by more people. They're more likely to show up and recommended. I also want to take a second to say that I do stream just about every day, and now that we're at a interesting point on the account, I'm probably going to start streaming my hardcore a little bit. That is one defender down. Defender number 2. Number 3. Next defender. This one was pretty quick. Mithril defender coming in. I got a hard clue earlier that I tried to do, but I got a step that I didn't have the items for, so I had to drop it. Alright, one more to go, then we can head down to the bigger Cyclops in the basement. That was so fast. Rune defender already. Alright, let's head to the basement, dude. Let's go. I might have to prey flick the ones in the basement. I probably will, because they're way stronger than these ones, but nice. Dude, I cannot tell you how good it feels to see that Dragon Defender on the ground. I have been here for like 4 hours. I know that's not that bad, like compared to what I've seen some people get, but it took like 4 hours, man. That's pretty ridiculous. But look at this. Look how amazing we look now. We're actually starting to look like a pretty decent account. So as you guys know, an essential part of Iron Man is crafting. So a lot of people these days use the sand pit to fill up buckets of sand with giant seaweed. Now, at the stage of the game that I'm at, I don't really have a good way of getting to and from the sand pit. Now, I could just teleport to POH every time and then like walk to this bank or something, but as far as I'm aware, there isn't really a great option for me to use unless I spam like dueling rings in POH tellies. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to look into some of the teleports. I have an idea of one, but I don't know how close it actually is to a bank. And then I'll get back to you guys because it's going to cost me a lot of money. So I'm probably going to have to alch all the stuff that I got from getting my Dragon Defender. Alright, so after looking into it, I think my best option is the Lunar Isle teleport. It's actually really close to a bank. It's not nearly as far as I thought. And since I'm just doing this in my Graceful, I could just wear the Seal of Passage the whole time, so I don't have to do Dream Mentor immediately, although I probably will end up doing it anyway. Which means I need to start grinding the requirements for that. So I think that's going to be one of my goals for this video, is to get Lunar Diplomacy and potentially Dream Mentor done. Alright, just hit 70 defense back here AFKing while I do some raids on my main, so that means that when I head to Barrows, I can now actually wear it. Alright, so my first choice of setup was not ideal, so I'm going to make some changes. But the first Barrows chest on the account is not good. I'm not expecting to get anything good. Not expecting an item super early or anything. It's fine. As long as we get tank legs fairly early on, it's alright. I went through a lot of food and an entire prayer potion. So I'm gonna change some things up a little bit. Alright, second chest. See if we get anything from this one. Nothing. I'm now being joined by so many people. You know what? Good amount of runes. I'll take it. Chest number 4. What do we get? Oh! We already got an item. Carol's leather skirt. First item, 4KC. Let's go, dude. It's not the best item in the world. It is legs. It's not tank legs, but you know what? I'm sure that I will find actual use for that item. It's not crap. First item is not crap. You know, I was sitting here using Blue D-Hide Chaps trim saying, I think I'll find a use for this Carol skirt. Bam, there you go. I'm using it with what I'm doing right now. I don't have black D-Hide Chaps yet, so it's just a big improvement on my blue D-Hide. See if we can get lucky, maybe get the back-to-back. That'd be fantastic. No back-to-back, unfortunate. But we're profiting death runes, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty much the most important thing, rune-wise. So, just keep going. Alright, what are we getting? No way! No way. No way, dude. Really? Really, dude? 8 KC. We have 2 items already. What? Alright, I apologize for the wrong screen region there. I was streaming when I got this, but dude, yes, that's gonna be actually helpful for Barrows. Alright, so 61 crafting is done. Happy to have that one knocked out. Making the glass manually at a furnace was kind of annoying, and so was burning the giant seaweed manually into soda ash. So I really can't wait to get 77 magic and just have this spell. I'm never really sure when to give, like, updates on this account, because I'm not used to having, like, a lower level account. So on my normal iron, I'm used to updating you guys on every level, but I don't really do that on this one. But here's like an intermittent level, 58. We need to get 2 more. I started at 53, so 2 more levels, and then we have all the requirements for Lunar Diplomacy, which is one of the goals I wanted to get done this week. Alright, this is chest number 20 coming in. Still no 3rd item yet, but that's fine because, you know, we got pretty lucky early on. I'm hoping to get tank legs before, like, you know, 50k. Before 50 KC would be ideal, but realistically, I'm hoping for before, like, 100 or 150 KC. Alright, there we go. 60 mining is now done. We can enter the world-famous mining guild. What an honor. Alright, there we go. That is the Lunar Diplomacy quest. I don't know how much dialogue is actually going to be here, but Lunar Diplomacy quest completed. There we go. Very happy to have that one done. I actually totally forgot that you get rune crafting XP from this. So, there's a few rune crafting levels. I think I just gained like 8 levels or something. So, you know what? That's pretty nice, actually. One of my lowest levels. I still use Tears of Guthix on that. But now that Lunar Diplomacy is done, I can actually go make the portal room in my POH and make the portal here, hopefully. So I'm going to go and see if I can do that and see how the banking is. Alright, now the downside of this is that this is expensive as hell. The upside is that this is something I'm going to have to eventually do anyway. So, portal chamber, painful. Very, very painful, honestly. Let's go ahead and build the centerpiece. Have that. The thing now is, I don't know which portal is 1. I think it goes 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at this. Actually, I think it'll only let me build in the one that has the portal in it anyway. But I think this would have been portal 3. So let's see. Yes, portal 3. And we want to put Lunar Isle teleports. Right? Lunar Isle? Yes. Oh, I didn't take my other Astral Runes out of the bank. Dang it. Alright, hang on. Alright, now let's see if this will work. Lunar Isle is the one we want. So let's hope that it lets me do this for whatever reason. No complications, right? Lunar Isle teleport. Okay, so if I click this, as you can see, pretty close to a bank. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's not as close as I want it to be. But it is very, very close. The problem with this now is that I am going to use a law rune every time getting back to Yanil, which I do still have to change my house to Yanil, which is probably going to cost like 50k as well. So I'm going to probably need to make some money here. I have some stuff I can alch, and I do plan on alching these blood runes. I know that's really weird to say, but just for break-even magic XP, because they do actually alch for 240 coins, as you can see in the chat. So I'm going to actually alch these for XP, probably, because I'm going to need to get 77 magic still. But I do have some stuff left over from the the Cyclops grind. Gargoyles, I wish. So I think I'm going to start alching those. Alright, so here's the strat. It's going to be home teleport. I'll be in Yanil. Fill up the buckets at Yanil. Then just walk back in the portal and teleport to the Lunar Isle bank. You know, bank the buckets of sand, grab more buckets, teleport back here. So this should work out perfectly fine. The only issue now is I'm going to have to get a lot of money to buy more law runes. So that's going to be a bit expensive, especially because I just dumped like a lot of money into doing this because the portal room alone costed 100k. So yeah, that's going to kind of suck. But, you know, that's not that big of a deal. We'll figure that out with time. You know, I guess since I'm at the end of the run, I'll show you this part too. So it'll just be like, go to your house. It should load in with me on this side. And then Lunar Isle portal. Bam, the bank is right here. Now, it's not the most ideal situation, but you know what? It'll do. So I actually have like no idea how much sand I'm going to legitimately need to get, but I bought 1,000 law runes, so after alching everything, I still have a little bit of money left should I need it for something. And I can always return to blackjacking, which I'm going to have to do eventually anyway because I just remembered we're going to have to buy enough chaos runes for a freaking onyx, so that'll be expensive. So I went out and mined some more volcanic ash and pineapples. Well, I mean, I didn't mine the pineapples, but I got some pineapples because I needed to make more ultra compost. I've actually been running low. In case you guys are wondering what the seaweed reserves are at, we're still at over 5,000 even after using some to get 61 crafting. So once again, I don't know how much XP that translates into, but I think in my AFK time now in this account, I'm going to start filling up these buckets of sand. I'm probably going to actually use most of the rest of my money to buy more buckets. I'm not really sure yet. 72 magic coming in here. So the nice thing about Barrows as well is that I actually do get things to alch. And you guys can probably see in my inventory, what I'm actually alching is blood runes. And to some people that might seem very strange, but blood runes actually do have a 240 GP high alch price, which is why some Iron Men sell them back to shops. So I'm using them as a tool for alching since I don't really feel like spending hours and hours woodcutting and fletching while I do, you know, agility. I have something to alch. And they basically pay for the nature runes. So it's basically just free XP because if I get 240 GP per alch, as long as I'm buying nature runes at a price below 240 each, which isn't too difficult to do, I'm basically breaking even, maybe slight profit, maybe very slight loss, but it's just free XP. Oh, wow. That's another tank body. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at that at all. Well, 26 KC, our third item comes in. Another tank body, actually. I will hold on to this because full Guthans will eventually have some use. Although, I have to admit, even though it's worth like a mil, really tempted to alch it. I know it's an awful idea, but it's like really tempting. So that's item number 3, a Guthans play body. I am back here at the Hosidius range, and I am trying to get 75 cooking with the remainder of my Karambwans. I won't have enough, I'll be very close. In case you guys are wondering the reason why, also ignore this burnt thing at the top. I have not burnt nearly that many. It is counting it from back when I was burning the seaweed. But the reason I'm trying to get 75 cooking is because of raids. Now, obviously, this account is nowhere near raids ready yet, but I'm constantly mentioning that I am doing raids on my Iron Man, and because of that, AFKing things on the hardcore. Well, I figure why not try and find something mutually beneficial? Usually we take people in for my CC or my streams to fish for us because we do such scaled raids, we don't have enough accounts to put in the raid to scale it up. So if I can manage to get there on my hardcore and get the cooking level to cook the appropriate fish that I will be catching at my fishing level, I'll be able to get a couple thousand points every raid, maybe get some herbs, some gems. There's a lot of things that can actually be really beneficial from that. And if I get insanely lucky, I might end up getting like a super early item. So I guess we're just gonna see what we can do with that. Oh, I guess I miscalculated. Apparently, I do have enough for 75 cooking. Awesome. So there we go. There's rocked fish. Rock? I think it's rocked fish. The bats are irrelevant. I don't have the hunter level to catch them. But that's actually awesome that we can cook these fish. Returning to the agility course with my blood rune alch strat and 71 agility coming in. Still actually don't have full graceful. I'm a couple marks off. So we'll get that while we're alching these. Kind of like this is my slightly non-AFK off-stream thing to do, and then we have filling buckets of sand that I've started because that's gonna be fun. But unfortunately, I am gonna have to go back to blackjacking sometime pretty soon because I'm gonna need a lot of money to buy like 20,000 more buckets and just a bunch more nature runes and whatnot. Because you know, going back every 500 casts is all well and good, but I'm gonna need money again eventually. So here we are at the Chambers of Xeric. I got 75 cooking with the Karambwans that I finished cooking yesterday. So I'm going to be now trying to participate by alting in the raid while simultaneously doing the raid. So this will be interesting. First raid completed. I can't show you the loot or the points I had in the raid, but how about 7,500 points? So let's see what we get out of that. 30 lanthanum is pretty useless, but 52 emeralds. That is fantastic. So that's basically just infinite dueling rings right there. I'll definitely take that. The main things that I'm actually kind of looking for right now that would be really, really helpful for me would actually be gems are fine, but I think the biggest thing that I want to get would be rune arrows, because you would get a lot of rune arrows because they're very cheap GE value, which means you get a lot of them per point. So that'd be really nice since I do have magic short bows. Alright, second raid. This time I actually got it so you can see the points. So this is why we do this. As you can see, we have really, really high amount of points. We're doing 5+7s right now, and I am both one of the 5 actually participating in the raid and one of the 7 alting. So let's see what we get from this one. Hey, look, we did get a Torn Prayer Scroll. Awesome. So I can't even actually use that yet because I don't have the prayer level for it. But there's Preserve on the hardcore. Saltpeter is pretty useless, but you know what? I'll take the Preserve. And if I get extras of these now, I can actually alch them because they alch for 48k, so pretty useful. Alright, well, KC3. I hope this, I don't know if this is going to come out before my Iron Man video or not, but you know what? Kurt got a loot. It was Dragon Claws for him, so that's unique. And I got 9k points alting in this raid. So let's see what I get. You know what? This is great. I know a lot of people look at Lizardman Fangs and they're like, that's an awful drop. But for me, 328 Lizardman Fangs, I don't have a Xerix Talisman yet, but 328 Lizardman Fangs, that's actually fantastic. That's really good. Well, I did say I needed to head back here and get some GP. This probably won't be the last of the thieving that I have to do, but you know what? 82 thieving coming in, very nice. Actually, like, getting really up there in thieving, so that's interesting to say the least. And if all goes well, and it didn't, twice, we got it anyway though. 83 thieving coming in, 400k should be good for another little short burst of time. Should be at least enough for me to buy all the fire runes I need to continue doing Barrows, and the remainder of the buckets that I will need for crafting, which I still don't have an exact amount of. I'm gonna just go with 25k at first, and if I need more after that, I'll fill up more after that. Well, I did say I wanted to start working on Barrows and crafting this week, and that is a pretty good start to crafting. 10,000 buckets of sand out of roughly 30,000. This is actually, I overbought buckets just a little bit, but over 10,000 buckets, so we're about a third of the way there. Now, I do still have to get the magic level, so I still have to get basically 4 levels. I'm almost 73 already, and then I have to get to 77, I believe, for the super last make spell, which shouldn't be too bad because I'm actually getting a good amount of XP from Barrows. So if I don't get lucky there, which, I mean, I am lucky, but if I don't get the item I want there, that'll be a decent amount more XP, and I can always do things like Mage Training Arena or continue alching all the blood runes I'm getting to get more XP there. But with that all said, I do think I've accomplished a lot this week. As you can see, the total level is now 1,409. We are getting up there, pretty substantial, actually probably gonna hit 1,500 fairly soon if I keep at the progress I have currently been at. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Liking and comments, they really do help my videos get seen by more people, so I really do appreciate it, even though I'm sure you're sick of every single content creator saying that. And the subscriptions as well, just let me know that you guys enjoy the content enough to want to see more of it. If you guys also want to see more of this happening live, since I'm at a fun stage of the account now, make sure you jump into Twitch, because I have been doing all of my Barrows runs on stream, as you've probably seen throughout the video. Sorry, sometimes I can't get the clip as it's happening. But yeah, I will catch you guys next week with some more progress, and hopefully we can maybe start working on that Fury.
Take you like a